pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Take a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Clerk Golick, roll call.
Alexander.
Present.
Vitelli. Here. Venez.
Here.
Galwinski.
Here.
Salinas.
Here.
Tyler.
Here.
Emerson.
Here.
Rinkles.
Here.
Warple.
Here. Let the record show 9 present, 7 in chambers, 2 by Zoom. Mayor?
Hi, how's it going? Thanks, Councilman Warple. It's good to see the council. Giving you my report for May 12th, 2025. Met with Councilwoman Venez and Councilman Spitali on the possibility of Hammond becoming an AARP-friendly city. They've done a lot of research on this. I think you guys will be hearing more about this in the future. National Day of Prayer was held over the last couple of weeks as well at the Dynasty Banquet Hall. I want to thank the council members for attending that, as you always do, and for being in attendance. It was a really nice day. Ribbon cutting for Firehouse number 2 occurred over the last 2 weeks also. Firehouse number 2's in the Hammond's Robertsdale section. Councilman Kowinski hosted that day. We had to have 300 or 400 people there that day. It was really nice. That new firehouse is up and running. It was up and running before we cut the ribbon, but it was a really, really good day to see that happen in our city. Met with the CEO of NIPSCO in regards to data centers. Vince Parisi. Vince is a great guy. Normal guy. I know he's trying to do the right thing for Northwest Indiana. He is an important person for us as far as we need megawatts, and it's going to be up to NIPSCO on who gets those valuable megawatts. And if we get them in Hammond, we could do a big deal, bigger than we've ever done before. So NIPSCO's got a lot of proposals that they're considering right now. Ours is on there along with them. So I think any chance we get to talk to the CEO of NIPSCO is a good opportunity for all of us. So Hammond Police monthly captains meeting occurred. Met with captains and chiefs from the Hammond PD regarding crime stats, trends, and personnel issues. Councilwoman Venez and I touched base also regarding a variety of topics, as we usually do. Met with sanitary district officials over a proposed digital billboard Lamar wants to put up on Hammond Sanitary District property. If that moves forward, it'll have to come before the Hammond City Council. We'll be talking to you about that if we're going to move forward. And last but not least, met with Councilman Scott Rakos for lunch at Freddy's Steakhouse. It was a really good day. Resolutions by the council. Today, you have a resolution before you in regards, sponsored by Councilman Dave Warple, 25R10. I heard you all talking about it in regards of making a good faith offer for the purchase of Cooper Tire. It's like 7300, the exact address on Indianapolis Boulevard. Another resolution also coming before you in regards to the economic revitalization area. Port Authority bonds, I know that we're talking about that. Introduction of ordinance, if you have any questions about that, I have details on me as well. And 141st, I know Councilman Kalwinski pays close attention to that. The warehouse building on that property is having its old exterior panels removed, and the new exterior panels are already on the property, ready for installation. It's going to be a major improvement on that property and to the neighborhood. So seems like things are moving in the right direction right now. And I want to thank the council for all their support. If you have any questions, I'm available to answer them.
Any questions for the mayor?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Item number 4, Common Council Scholarship Drawing.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Councilwoman Venez.
It has been 25 years since the Hammond Common Council has been offering 15 $1,000 scholarships to our graduating seniors who live in Hammond and attend a Hammond high school. So at this time, I'll start with District 1. We'll draw 3 names for District 1 and 2 alternatives.
you.
Kennedy Lattori, District 1 from Bishop Knoll. Jamie Lozano Orozco, District 1 from Pass. And 2 alternates. Giselle Hurtado, District 1 from Pass. Rochelle Valenzuela, District 1 from Hammond Central. The last 2 were the alternates. District 2.
See who the lucky winner is here, right?
Marcus Browder, Hammond Central, District 2. Oriana Nava from Pass, District 2.
Two alternatives.
Veronica Jude Rosario, Hammond Central, District 2. Tashawn Wilkerson, Hammond Central, District 2.
Thank you for doing this.
Councilwoman, you want to do District 3? Bianca Solano, Pass, District 3. Gregory Dotson, Hammond Central, District 3. And 2 alternates. Dante Moore, Morton, District 3.
Is that the alternate?
Yes. Yes. Jasmine Bruton, Hammond Central, District 3. Giovanni Bailey Hanna, Hammond Central, District 4. Openipo Adapolu, Pass, District 4. Lily Gonzalez Morton, District 4. Akia Gordon, Hammond Central, District 4.
Dan. Dan, you do it. You got seniority on me. Dan can do District 5. I'm a nice guy. Let him do it. I used to egg his house. I can't read.
Nia Johnson, Morton, District 5. Jamara Ellis, Morton, District 5. 2 alternates.
Pulling your name out of the bozo.
Joshua Morales, Cass, District 5. Matthew Shepko, Cass, District 5. And since Councilman Rakos isn't here and Clerk Bolick, you live in District 6, will you do the honors? Kaylin Ford, Morton, District 6. Eduardo Arcio, Morton, District 6. Jordan Nix, Morton, District 6. Antonio Carranza, Ass, District 6. So, we need Councilman Spitali, I need 3, and then 2 alternates. Lila Vega, Pass, District 2. Bianca Pointer Thompson, Morton, District 2. Emmett Burns Schweitz, Pass, District 3. Now for the 2 alternates. Lisbeth Gonzalez, Bishop Knoll, District 2. Stephanie Araguen, Morton, District 5. Yes. So, thank you to all the students who applied. You will receive notification, and at the next meeting, you will be invited to come and accept your certificate. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Item number 5, approval of minutes.
I make a motion that we approve the April 28th, 2025 minutes and place them on file, please.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion's been made by Councilman Salinas, seconded by Councilman Spitali. Is there any discussion? Is there any discussion? Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, the ayes have it. Item number 5, 6, wait a minute. Approval of claims, item number 6.
Okay, excuse me, one moment, please. All righty. Mr. President,
Councilwoman Venez.
yes, I move for approval of claims beginning with claims dated April 24th, 2025, and ending with claims dated May 7th, 2025, claim number 3748 through claim number 4097, inclusive, in the amount of $7,033,953.70. I so move.
Second.
Motion's been made by Councilwoman Venez, seconded by Councilman Spitali. Is there any discussion? Is there any discussion? Is there any discussion? Clerk Golick, roll call.
Alexander.
Yes.
Spitali.
Yes.
Venez.
Yes.
Kalwinski.
Yes.
Salinas.
Yes.
Tyler.
Yes.
Emerson.
Yes.
Rakels.
Yes.
Warple.
Yes, let the record show. 9 in favor, 0 opposed. Item number 7, public hearings.
Item A, ordinance 25-10, sponsored by Councilman Spitali. An ordinance to appropriate funds in the hotel motel innkeeper's tax for economic development purposes in 2025.
Does anybody wish to speak? Does anybody wish to speak on this issue? Does anybody wish to speak? Hearing none, public hearings are now closed. Item number 8, communications. Anybody have any communications? Does anybody have any communications?
Mr. President,
Councilman Tyler.
no, sorry I'm not there in person. Have a work event tonight, but I do want to just go on record. We've had quite a few residents in the 3rd District over the past month or so pass away. So I just want to go on record and give my condolences to the families of Mr. Robert Allen, Ms. Deborah Ransford Jones, and Minister Cheeks. All of you will be missed and thankful for your contributions to the city. I know Mr. Robert Allen was a longtime employee of the city of Hammond as well. So just want to send my condolences out to those families. Thank you.
Thank you. Does anybody else have anything under communications? Does anybody else have anything under communications? Communications are now closed. Item number 9, committee reports.
Mr. President,
Councilman Salinas.
I have the Capital Improvement Board report from the May 5th, 2025 meeting. We had 5 funding allocations, and I'll discuss each here in brief detail. Funding allocation number 244. It was median modification on Florida Avenue awarded to J&J Newell in the amount of $32,208.33. This was due to a recently installed median. There was a residential restriction that required a curb to be cut down and narrowed the median. Funding allocation number 245 dealt with the 2025 overlay supplemental awarded to milestone contractors in the amount of $265,000. This was a revision. It had to be shortened by $500,000 from the original list. The engineering department had estimated it to be around $1.5 million, and they only had $1 million available. Funding allocation number 246, State Line Road Closures, change order number 3 to Reith and Riley Construction in the amount of $9,595.76. This was a drainage structure repair that wasn't under contract. This change order will wrap up the project. Item D, funding allocation 247, Michigan Street sinkhole repair in the amount of $39,940.21, awarded to Grimmer Construction. This was a repair in the 500 block of Michigan. There was an old building foundation found backfilled with construction debris and whatnot. There were no sewer issues found, but it did require road repair. The final funding allocation, number 248, was a lighting modifications at the Kennedy Bridge over the IHB in the amount of $55,873.26. That was awarded to Dunnett Bay. This is the area between Michigan to 163rd. The existing lighting conduit was found to be faulty and required replacement. Both conduit and new service point will be located on the south side of the bridge. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Vines?
Yes, Mr. President. Yes, I'd like to announce the upcoming Community and Crime Watch meetings. Edison Community Watch will not be meeting throughout the summer because school is closed and we utilize the school for that meeting, so there will not be a meeting there until September. Harrison Park Crime Watch will meet Tuesday, June 3rd, 6 p.m. at the VFW on Homan Avenue across from Harrison Park. Hessville Crime Watch will meet Thursday, May 15th, 6 p.m. at the HC3 Community Center. Irving Community Watch will meet Tuesday, May 13th, 9:30 a.m. At Irving School in the art room. Whiting Robertsdale Crime Watch will meet Thursday, June 12th, 6:30 p.m. at Calumet College. As usual, I always encourage everyone to come to a community or crime watch group meeting. Last week at the Whiting Robertsdale Crime Watch, they had a police officer showing us with a PowerPoint all the equipment that our Hammond Police Department has. And that's why when something happens in Hammond, you're gonna get busted because we've got the equipment. It was, and thank you, Mayor, for always supporting the police department in that regard. They really have the tools to keep us safe. I should have mentioned in communications that on Saturday, May 24th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., there is going to be an open house at the Hammond Police Department. Please come out and see what our police department is all about. It's an impressive building, and you will also be further impressed with the police officers who can conduct the tour. So as I always say, community is not just about me, it's about us. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Who's bringing out the ordinance?
4.
2510? Dan?
President?
Yes. Councilman Spitali.
Bring out 2510.
Thank you. Anything else on the committee reports? Anything else on the committee reports? Hearing none, committee reports are now closed. Item number 10, ordinance, third reading and final passage.
Ordinance 25-10, sponsored by Councilman Spitali. An ordinance to appropriate funds in the hotel motel innkeeper's tax fund for economic development purposes in 2025.
President,
Councilman Spitali.
for final passage of 2510.
Second.
Motion's been made by Councilman Spitali, seconded by Councilman Emerson. Is there any discussion?
Mr. President,
Councilman Spitali.
the energy tax funds used for marketing purposes, promotional events, advertising, and the economic development in the city of Hammond. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else have anything? Any other discussion? Hearing none, Clerk Golick, roll call.
Alexander.
Yes.
Spitali.
Yes.
Vines.
Yes.
Kalwinski.
Yes.
Salinas.
Yes.
Tyler.
Yes.
Emerson.
Yes.
Rakos.
Yes.
Warple.
Yes, let the record show, 9 in favor, 0 opposed.
President Warple, that concludes the ordinances for final passage.
Thank you, Clerk Golick. Item number 11, introduction of ordinances.
Item A, ordinance 25-11, sponsored by Councilwoman Vines. An ordinance of the Common Council of the City of Hammond, Indiana, approving and authorizing the issuance and sale of revenue bonds of the City of Hammond, Indiana, to procure funds to finance certain projects recommended by the Hammond Port Authority, together with expenses in connections with the issuance of the bonds.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Vines.
I move for first and second reading of 2511, refer to council as a whole on May 27th at 5:15 PM.
Second.
Motion's been made by Councilwoman Vines, seconded by Councilman Emerson. Is there any discussion?
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Vines.
yes, this is a request for a $25 million bond for renovation and construction of docks at the marina, and also to continue the repairs to the break wall at the marina.
Is there any other discussion? Is there any other discussion?
Mr. President,
Councilman Kowinski.
just a quick question. If we spend the whole 25 million, what is the total payback of the loan, the bond? What will it be?
What was the question?
How much with the interest are we paying back on the bond over the 25 million? Wonder if we have a number yet.
I don't have a number for that, Councilman. I can tell you that the bond will be paid by slip fees and income at the marina. That I can tell you. I cannot give you an answer on that at this time.
Mayor.
Mr. President, Councilman McMark, we'll get you the exact number next meeting. It's first and second reading. Just for everybody's information, the current bond that originally paid for the bridge over Calumet Avenue at Wolf Lake Memorial Park, the hill for viewing at the pavilion, the water pipe relocation, and the trails in and around Wolf Lake and Lost Marsh is falling off. This new bond is going to be issued to help pay for the break wall, the second phase of the break wall. We already did the first phase of the break wall project. The second phase, which replaces the original rocks with much larger rocks so that we don't destroy everything we're building right now. We all remember that Halloween night in Whiting when they had two smaller rocks and their park got annihilated by waves. You know, we have to invest in our break wall to make sure that doesn't happen to our marina. So that's one of the projects that's moving forward. We're also going to do projects replacing docks with it, and that's very expensive. Each dock that we replace is almost $1 million each. So $25 million between the break wall, the docks. We also plan to replace the aging fuel tanks, a couple other just knickknacks around the Port Authority. But obviously, a $25 million bond paid off over a period of years is going to result in probably, I imagine, twice, I don't know, in that ballpark, but we'll get you the exact number next meeting. Okay?
And also, Mayor, it's my understanding that we have to replace those docks because they are over the amount of time, meaning I think they were extended for like 20 years and they're at 30, 34 years now.
Exactly, Councilwoman. Yeah, original docks were designed for a 20-year life, and we're at 34 years old at this point. So they get, we do our best to maintain them, but they get splintery and they get old, and we are replacing the docks one at a time. It's about $1 million a hit. This is a $25 million bond with a lot of work going into the break wall, so they'll be doing docks one at a time. I'm trying to think, which dock are you planning on doing with this, Jeff? B and D? So,
B, T, and H when you're doing the break wall.
Break wall, H dock will have to be done in the break wall.
okay, okay. So that's thumb roll, $2.5 to $3 million right there on docks, so. This is first and second reading, so if we don't have the information you guys need, obviously we'll have it by the next meeting.
Thank you. Any further questions? Councilwoman, I was just looking to see if you had a question, and I just wasn't like that. I wasn't being disrespectful. Any further questions on this? Any further discussion on this? All those in favor signify by saying yay.
Aye.
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 Those opposed? The ayes have it.
President Warple, that concludes the introduction of ordinances.
Item number 12, resolutions.
Item A, Resolution 25R-10, sponsored by Councilman Warple. A resolution ratifying the City of Hammond through the Hammond Redevelopment Commission making a good faith offer to purchase pursuant to IC 32-24-1-5 and authorizing the City of Hammond through the Hammond Redevelopment Commission to file a condemnation lawsuit pursuant to IC 32-24-1 in sequence.
Mr. President,
Councilman Salinas.
I ask that we adopt Resolution 25R-10.
Second.
Motion's been made by Councilman Salinas, seconded by Councilwoman Venez. Is there any discussion?
Yes, Mr. President.
Councilman Salinas.
The property at 7305 Indianapolis Boulevard, known as Cooper's Garage, as we stated in caucus, it's received numerous citations for violations of Hammond City ordinances, including but not limited to maintaining junk vehicles, nuisance violations, the condition of their parking lot, and basically the overall condition of their property. The Hammond Redevelopment Commission has determined it to be blighted and in need of redevelopment. They've received fair market appraisals and will be making a good faith offer to purchase the property. So I ask that we all support this.
Couldn't have said it if I was better myself.
Thanks, Dave.
Is there any further discussion? Is there any further discussion? Clerk Golick, roll call.
Alexander,
Yes.
Spitali,
Yes.
Venez,
Yes.
Kowinski,
Yes.
Salinas,
Yes.
Tyler,
Yes.
Emerson,
Yes.
Rakels, Warple.
Yes, let the record show 9 in favor, 0 opposed.
Item B, Resolution 25R-11, sponsored by Councilman Spitali and Councilwoman Venez. A resolution of the Hammond City Council approving a certain January 1, 2025 assessment date from CF1s as timely filed with the Common Council of the City of Hammond as a designating body by applicants previously approved for economic development area deductions of assessed valuation pursuant to Indiana Code 6-1.1-12.1.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Venez.
I move for final passage of 25R11.
Second.
Motion's been made by Councilwoman Venez, seconded by Councilman Spitali. Is there any discussion?
Yes, Mr. President.
Councilwoman Venez.
This is an annual procedure that we need to do for the businesses who receive tax abatements. There is a CF1 form that needs to be submitted to the auditor to make sure that they are in compliance to receive the abatement. And this year, we have American Stair. There is Hampton Inn and Suites, Home 2 Suites by Hilton, Analytic Stress, Corellis Roofing, Team Industrial Services, and Marble Holdings LLC, and Park 24 Hammond LLC. Of these businesses, we have 185 Hammond City residents who are employed by these businesses. So this is a good thing for Hammond, and I ask for your approval.
I don't know if there's anybody in chambers representing any of these companies, but there's some on Zoom. I see him, John Marinello. And the other ones don't have names by them, so if you guys want to introduce yourself, and anybody have any questions for him?
What companies are they?
Pardon me?
They're on Zoom.
They're on Zoom, all right.
Question would be as to how would that be utilized?
I'm talking about the council members having questions. Sorry. Does anybody have any questions for any of our business owners on Zoom?
Can they introduce themselves and which company they're in front of?
Sure. The guy in the white shirt.
No name.
What's your name?
Brian Enright, I'm CFO of Corellis Roofing.
And then the guy in the green shirt.
Good evening, Council. My name is Peter Fitzsimmons. I'm the Executive Vice President at American Stair.
And then there's a John Marinello. And you represent?
Corellis.
He's
Iris NDT and Analytic Stress.
And then, I got no clue. IP Del Santa Katrina, is that right?
Hey, works for me.
So. Okay, does anybody, Councilman Kowinski?
Thank you, Mr. President. John Marinello, thank you for coming on today. Any job openings at American Stair?
We're always looking. I think right now it's a little bit slow out there in the construction business, but we're always interviewing. So you never know when you're going to find a great employee, especially locally, which we've been very fortunate to move to Hammond and find quite a few good employees around the city. So it's a little slow these days in construction, so we're not hiring a ton, but always come by and we'll interview pretty much anybody.
Thanks.
No problem.
As far as Corellis goes in the 5th District, I don't even think I came to my first meeting after I got caucused in, and I met with the management at Corellis Roofing because they were looking for an abatement and to do some expansion over there. And as far as I'm concerned and the neighbors are concerned, they're great neighbors. We love what you did with the property. Everything you guys promised, you've kept up, and I just wanted to thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I will pass that on to Pete Corellis, and I know that means a lot to him.
Is anybody else? Hearing none. Any further discussion? Any further discussion? Clerk Golick, roll call.
Alexander.
Yes.
Spitali.
Yes.
Vines.
Yes.
Kowinski.
Yes.
Salinas.
Yes.
Tyler,
Yes.
Emerson,
Yes.
Rakos,
Yes.
Warple.
Yes, let the record show 9 in favor, 0 opposed.
President Warple, that concludes the reading of the resolutions.
Thank you, Clerk Golick. Item number 13, new and unfinished business.
Mr. President,
Councilman Salinas.
due to the Memorial Day holiday, I'd like to make a motion that we reschedule our next meeting from May 26th to May 27th.
Second.
Motion's been made to move our meeting to the Tuesday from May 26th to May 27th by Councilman Salinas, seconded by Councilwoman Venez. Is there any discussion? Is there any discussion? Is there any discussion? Clerk Golick, roll call.
Alexander.
Yes.
Fratelli.
Yes.
Venez.
Yes.
Kowalski.
Yes.
Salinas.
Yes.
Tyler.
Yes.
Emerson.
Yes.
Rakos.
Yes.
Warple.
Yes, let the record show 9 in favor, 0 opposed. Does anybody else have anything under new and unfinished business?
Mr. President,
Councilman Emerson.
Memorial Day is Monday, May 26, 2025, and the Mohawks Parade, this is for people that we lost in any war. Not too many World War II vets left, but any war that we've been involved in as a nation. It steps off at 10 a.m., and there's a short ceremony after the parade at St. Casimir's. And thank you.
Councilman Kowinski.
Let me put some parameters around it. The lineup begins at 10 a.m. and the parade steps off at 11 a.m. And it starts at Goslin near the old Roller Dome rink or Cavalier Inn. So between Baltimore and Torrance is where it'll step off. If you want to be in the parade, you can call the Mohawks. The parade chairman is Larry Fentress, and the phone number to the Mohawks is 219-933-9823. And probably the most important part of the parade, parade's used to attract people to come to the memorial service after the parade at St. Casimir Church. There's a short prayer service and a raising of a new flag. Hammond Police will do a gun salute, a couple of speakers, and it's our way of commemorating all those that we lost during the wars, as well as honoring the families that survived those veterans. Thank you.
Thank you. Does anybody else have anything on the new and unfinished?
Mr. President.
Councilwoman Venez.
Yes, I wanted to announce that on May 21st, 1 p.m., the FOP Memorial will be at the Hammond Police Department. It's always a very somber event, and please come out and honor those who defend and serve us. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else have anything on their new and unfinished business? I have 2 items. Number 1, I was talking to the city engineer because I saw a sign about lane reductions on Columbia Avenue. Starting next Monday on the 19th. Those of us that are on social media know that apparently people's front ends are falling off on Columbia Avenue because the road's so bumpy, they say. And this project has been a long time coming, and it'll go from 167th Street to Summer Street, starting next Monday with the lane reductions. The other item I have kind of pairs with what Councilwoman Venez was talking about, and for the last 4 weeks, I have been attending the Citizens Police Academy at the suggestion of Councilwoman Venez and Councilman Spitali, and Tom Shababi signed me up. Oh, Councilman Salinas, too. It's been very informative. I've learned a lot. I learned how police officers have to make the decisions that they have to make. Last week, for instance, they split it in 2 classes. One class did CPR while the other class toured the jail, and then they switched. And I'm not going to lie, when I toured the jail, I was afraid an inmate was going to go, "Hey, Warple, how you doing?" But that didn't happen. But it's very informative. I think there's 4 more classes left, and it's something that they offer twice a year, right? And if anybody has any doubts of what police officers face on a daily basis, I highly recommend this class. And I do know that there's a few people in there that took the self-defense class, too, that the police department offers, and it's very informative. And I want to get to the part where we get to the range, and you have to make those decisions, but that's all I wanted to say.
Oh, it is fun.
And does anybody else have anything under new and unfinished business? Hearing none, new and unfinished business is closed. Public expression, Gary? Not that I don't know your last name. I don't know how to pronounce it. Dreischer.
Yep. Good evening, everybody. So.
And Sylvester.
Yeah, and Sylvester. Did go to the CIB meeting. I brought up a few points. One of the things I hope to get, let's talk to Dean and Mark Gordish and stuff, but the sidewalk at Martha and Alexander never got completed. So they need to finish that. Dean's aware of it, he's gonna look into it, what that was, why. Anyway, yeah, that's that. And then some of the bollards that have been hit on Kennedy need to be straightened. So they're gonna look into that stuff too. The biggest thing I have an issue with is RIPSCO, NIPSCO, whatever you wanna call them. They cannot fix the lighting. I've got a light out that I've complained over 2 months now. They'll tell you 2 weeks, up to 30 days. After that, they escalate. Well, it's been over 2 months. Okay, there's 3 lights out in my kind of proximity. Now, maybe we should start looking at doing our own lights and say, NIPSCO, heck with it. If they can't fix this stuff, maintain this stuff, we're paying, what is it, $12 to $15 a month per light? Maybe they should get a refund to the city of Hammond if we're paying that and they're not taking care of them. I mean, I don't know how many lights are in the city of Hammond. There's quite a few paying NIPSCO. But that has got to be one of the worst things because, lighting, like Janet, it's safety and security. You see something, criminals don't like to be seen. And most of the criminal activities at night, well, if they're seen, they don't like that. So it does deter some of that, I believe. But anyway, I hope that something will get done with that. Dean is going to look into it farther. He's going to actually, NIPSCO, some contact, put it online and do it that way. I mean, I've called numerous times. I'm getting nowhere with them. So they're just terrible for maintaining the lighting. So that's all I want to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Georgianne, is that Glavis?
Glavis, yes. Can someone pass this to the, sorry. You set the timer. Hi, my name is Georgianne Glavis, and I'm here on behalf of Logan's Love. Logan's mom, Nicole, apologizes she could not be here. Logan's Love is a local 501c3 founded in memory of Logan. He was a sweet little boy who happened to be autistic, And unfortunately, due to his autism, one of the side effects, or symptoms rather, is eloping, and he escaped out of his backyard and tragically was killed by a train. His mom wanted to take that tragedy and give back, create a foundation in his memory so no one would ever forget him, and give back to the special needs and autism community. So what I am doing here is just letting you know we are going to be coming into Hammond for a couple different reasons. What we do is we have 2 sensory events, an Easter egg hunt and a sensory Santa event, which provides accommodations. And then another thing is we're trying to make Lake County safe with our 2 initiatives, which are Ben's Blue Bags and Project Lifesaver. Ben's Blue Bags has communication devices and sensory toys to help first responders in emergency situations. Our goal is to come into Hammond. Right now, I believe you guys need 219 for the police and fire department. We've actually secured funding for 12 bags. And then the bags are $125, and they also come with autism training. And then also try to make a Project Lifesaver community out this way. The way we do this with funding is through sponsorships and whatnot, and our 2 fundraising events, which is to invite you to our golf outing, which is Friday, June 13th, and also let you know we have an autism walk in August 24th. But just to let you know, this is where we're going to be, and if anybody has any ideas.
What you got?
It's called, and then they say like something.
This caller's not in your, who is it?
My sister-in-law.
So anyway, so I just wanted to let you know, on behalf of Logan's Love, we're going to be trying to come into the Hammond area. The Hammond Optimists actually donated, the Order of a HEPA donated, and another gentleman donated, so we're trying to get everything this way. Okay? My information's on the back. I'm Georgianne, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Next speaker is Jeffrey Colby.
Good evening, Council and citizens of Hammond. My name is Jeffrey Colby. I'm the president for the Hammond Alumni Association. This is our 8th year we're doing a golf outing. This information should have been given to you by your secretary on our golf outing. In the past, we've given out scholarships to Hammond High, but then now we have 2 high schools, so now we support Hammond High as well as Morton. In the past 5 or 6 years, we've had donations and participation from Councilperson Alexander as well as Councilperson Tyler, who's not here. And we would like for all of you guys to participate, donate, come out and golf, have a good time with us, because this is something that we are doing for the kids of the city of Hammond. This is only for Hammond. So we're both Hammond graduates. This is Loretta Smith-Taylor. She's one of the members. She's been there since day one. She also works here for the city of Hammond. I don't live in Hammond. I live in Maryville, but I am a Hammond kid. So I'm giving back to Hammond kids because I was blessed with a scholarship to play football in college. I know college is very expensive. The degree I earned back in '86 is, I couldn't afford it right now if I had to go.
Yes.
You know, so the situation is that we are doing this and it's a great time. You can ask Miss Alexander, she can tell you, she can confess, she knows it's a good time, and we have a good time as a ball for everyone. So what I'm looking for is donations, sponsorships, and participation from the Hammond City Council. Thank you.
Thank you. Last speaker is Anthony Higgs.
Good evening. First, I would like to personally thank the Hammond Police Department for their efforts in dealing with an issue on Dracker Street where someone got shot and they apprehended the suspect quickly, from what I understand. Secondly, I would like to, in regards to East Hammond, I am currently speaking with some people within the community in regards to doing a Hammond Day. I'm hoping that the mayor is watching and he's aware of it, that we would like to do that in the near future. People within the community that have moved away are reaching out to me requesting that it takes place. It's a lot of work, but I am up to it if they're willing to make this successful. Thirdly, there are a number of trees that are still haven't been cut down on my street. One is 1129 Morris Street, and also at the 1000 block of Tapper and Merrill, there's one on that corner as well that needs to be cut down. So I'm hoping that those trees can be cut down so the neighbors can be satisfied with that. And I hope you all a blessed and a prosperous evening. Thank you.
Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second. All those in favor signify by saying